this video, I actually played TUVA and tried to make a global superpower. Could I overcome the odds in this roller coaster game? Watch the video to see. Welcome back to my channel, everyone, and thank you for 10,000 subscribers. I can't believe we're here, and I can't believe we'll be playing as TUVA today. So let's put Iron Man mode on and keep historical AI on, and let's get right into it. And here we are in TUVA, with one division to our names, with two guys in it. We do have a Civ and a mill, but we can't build anything with our Civ, because it's going towards consumer goods. Now for the best TUVA experience, we're not playing any mods today. No, we are in vanilla Hearts of Iron. After seeing a few guides and testing out some different strategies myself, I have formulated a plan today. So first off, let's do a political effort for 70 days. It's definitely not the most encouraging thing that we only have 85,000 manpower. Alright, so now that we're at 50 political power, the first order of business, sorry Mr. Shang Sakai, you have to go. So let's justify on Sinkiang, and also we're going to train 2 additional units. I think we should be able to get 2 additional units out in time for that conflict. And this should maximize the amount of war score we get, because we're going to need it. Alright, let's keep going down this tree with collectivist ethos. Now that we have over 100 political power, let's hire the army maneuver expert, Konstantinov, for some army XP. We need to get up to 35 army XP. ASAP. Now the goal today, of course, is to become a global superpower, and we can do this by forming a Siberian state, but also we can unite the Turks. Now if you do notice something about these 2 requirements, all of the land is in the Soviet Union. So we will be fighting them at some point, and we'll be flipping to the Brown Party. However, we're going to keep going down the communist side right here, and that's because indoctrination right here, which gives us 400 weekly manpower. I love all of our cool names. Let's hire ST Paralenko. Yeah, a lot of our army commander, chief of navy, all this stuff actually have names, and they're all like names like this. So I believe they'd be real people then, right? There, with this focus done, we're finally going to head down to industrial effort. So we're going to get our military economy rolling as well, and complete these 3 focuses next in the meantime. Alright, I did sort of mess up because we're at 48 army XP. I missed and we got to 35, but yeah, we're going to get our ideological loyalty, Karl Marx portrait, right away for 500 weekly manpower. And it should finally start getting us men that we need for our 2 extra divisions. There we go. We have our 3 units out. Alright, our justification is complete. We'll just let our guys get some org. Alright, let's do this. Let's declare on Sinkiang, accept the Soviet call to arms, and then we can do some pushing here. And Sinkiang has capitulated. We have 20% of the war score. Good enough for 10 points. Alright, let's try that again. Alright, I'm back trying this again. This time right at 35 army XP. Karl Marx, get your portrait into here. Plus, that was a pretty bad peace deal for us, so I'm not too worried trying this again. Yeah, see, look, that's a whole extra division that we have out from getting that early. And I think I'll just cut to the peace deal. I hate the Soviets, man. There we go. That is a peace deal I am happy with. 3rd time's the charm, as they always say. So we have our own Sinkiang puppet here, and we will use them and what limited manpower they also have, 380,000 and 70,000, to supply divisions for us. Oh, wow, 14 with support artillery. Don't mind if I do. And we'll trade out a few Sinkiang divisions. Now, I don't want to flip to the Brown Party too quickly. That's because I want to stay friendly with the Soviets for a good chunk of time, and also we do need to be communist for the Karl Marx portrait to work. So at every go, I'm probably going to keep doing the anti-Brown Party raids and improving worker conditions just to get the stability up, but also to stay communist for now. So yes, Japan is in on China, so should watch the situation closely, and if necessary, take advantage of it. Beautiful, our first Sinkiang division is out, and it is probably like 10 times better than our divisions. And there, with indoctrination done, let's finally get a civilian economy going. Again, it will not be much of one at all, but some civs are better than no civs. The construction of the Great Wall of TUVA is now underway. We're going to build a nice defensive ring here. I don't know if it's going to be used, but that is what we're going to build. Since we're one state, all of our infrastructure effort is going directly into TUVA. We are now a metropolis with 100% infrastructure. Let's get our 3rd research slot next. Yeah, this 900 ticking weekly manpower is so useful. I think that equates to 46,800 per year. Remember, our entire core population is 88,000. There's plenty of room, guys. Come on in. We're effectively increasing our population by 50% in a year. Alright, I think I'm going to make some Mountaineer divisions with our native manpower here, and we'll go with a little 25 width Alright, so we now have 10 divisions, 3 of which are our elite mountaineers, and 5 of which are actually these pretty decent Sinkiang divisions. 20 width with some support artillery. That's good enough, right? Japanese are making good work in China. I think I'm going to justify now. Alright, so there we go. I'm justifying on China. We should be able to grab military access through Japan and invade through there. I'm not going to call in Sinkiang. Our troops should actually be able to do decently. We'll get them training up in the meantime. Alright, our war goal is ready. Just gonna wait for these guys to finish training and then we'll go right in. Alright, I think we're ready to go. Let's declare war on China. There we go. The Tuvan People's Republic declared war on the Republic of China. Can we grab military access through Japan? Yes, we can. Let's do that. We can also grab some lend-lease from the Mongol military government. Yes, please. Now let's move to somewhere where we have supply and we'll do a little pushing. We'll get some war score. China is 53% towards capitulation, so we're not in the clear by any means, but I'm hoping our troops are well enough to get some much needed encirclements and some much needed war score and eventually take out China. And the Germans are now in on Poland, so that just gives you a little bit of reference to where we're at right now. I'm gonna move our troops down here, see if I can cut through along the coast and trap these guys. There we go. The first TANNU Tuvan offensive operation has taken the port city of Shantou. Alright, we're doing another offensive. It looks like we're probably going to be able to get these 3 Chinese divisions. We'll pin them in place. We'll push from this side. And there we go. We have to keep our pushes smart and safe along the front. Alright, I'm going to try a crazy gamer move, and that is encircle 5 divisions here in Hankou. There we go, just like that. 7 Chinese divisions encircled. China's still only 60% towards capitulation, but hey, we're up to 4% war participation. And we've taken 46,000 casualties. And look at this, if we take these 2 tiles, this is all encircled. Look at that, 16 divisions trying to get out. That is a shame. Look at all these divisions that are just barely escaping. We'll be back for these divisions, but it's alright. There's still plenty of troops in here for us to take out. And there we go. This pocket is achieved. Let's count. I believe this is 40 to 44 divisions in this pocket. I might have counted areas twice. I'm not sure. Let's see if we can get some casualties here and some war score. Alright, now we're at the point where the Germans are justifying on the Soviets. We're still in the Comintern, so our time is kind of running out. It's okay though, the Germans won't declare on us, and the Soviets can't call us in, so we'll just watch as the whole Red Army moves towards the Western Front, and we'll bide our time here over in China. Yes, us and the Japanese are working together very nicely, and look at all these divisions that we are about to take out right here. They're up to at most 200 divisions, and that was 260 just a few months ago, so we're making very nice work. And yes, across the front, the Chinese lines are growing ever so thin. Japan, we may have this in the bag. I mean, I shouldn't say that just yet. And yes, the Germans have declared on the Soviets. It's actually in our best interest for the Soviets to start crapping the bed here. We'll have to watch what happens. I like the look of these red bubbles though, I will tell you that. Let's just hope Stalin doesn't hear us. I do like how we have 130,000 spare manpower when again our whole nation is 90,000 people. Where we're getting these people from? I don't know. Another massive pocket closed by us. Man, we're the MVPs of this war right now. Oh nice, and we have civilian factories, which means our great donut ring protecting TUVA is complete. I guess we should get some anti-air too. I just saw that Japan declared on the Dutch East Indies. I hope they don't spread their forces thin now, not when we're making significant headway in China. And they're declaring on the Allies now. They've just declared on the Philippines as well. And we, yes we, just capitulated Communist China. Look at that. 7 more Chinese divisions. Our mountaineers at this point are so good. And look, the great TANNU Tuvan Sinkiang division has captured Chengdu, and we might even be able to take Chongqing here. And yeah, of course, our mountaineers have taken Chongqing. Just look at how good they are right now. 324 soft attack. We got 100 breakthrough on these bad boys as well. With the capture of Chengdu and Chongqing, China is at 90% towards capitulation. We're so close. Alright, the problem now is they're 95% towards capitulation. All of their territory is mountainous and behind rivers. This is going to be a tough nut to crack. Yeah, just saw the fall of Rome. It's March 42. Norway controls Sardinia for whatever reason. Germany is doing quite terrible against the Soviets. Oh boy. We're in for a long game here. China just will not go away no matter what I do. The Axis is already losing. The Soviets are going to be ridiculous to fight. They have 460 divisions. Oh no. Here's 15 divisions in Nanning that we've encircled. This should help us consolidate supply in the area. China is back to 92%, so it may seem like we're further away, but definitely capitulating the Guangxi clique is a big step in the right direction. It's official. We've taken more casualties in this conflict than we have people in our country. This could be another massive pocket of Chinese divisions here. And look at all these divisions going. Goodbye. I'm hoping this is the last 16x time lapse you'll see. The Brown Party's on the rise as we do this. Let's just flip right now, why not? No more 500 ticking manpower, but we still are getting 400. And we are now the TUVA Nationalist Republic, and that is actually a beautiful flag. China 99% towards capitulation. We're gonna do it. So let's check the casualties. 118,000 for us, 54,000 to the Chinese themselves. We've taken out 350,000. This is the last 3 tiles of China. We're winning 2 of the battles. We're walking into one of them. 1, 2, 3. There we go. China's capitulated. 17% of the war effort. Let's do some puppeting. Peace deal is done. And we got a decent chunk of China. All I care about is that they have a ton of manpower, and they definitely do have a ton of manpower in these states. We also do have Jibi-Sanma puppeted here. We'll also let our puppet Sinkiang finally take a breather because they've been carrying us through their troops through this entire war. Hey, we finally filled out a full army. We have 24 divisions now. We'll probably join Japan's faction, and maybe they'll help out. Well, they'll definitely help out our push here in the east, and we'll see what we can do. Japan's making really good headway into India. Okay, Germany is not doing very well at all. We need to strike sooner rather than later. Alright, now that all of our forces are here, let's leave the Comintern, and we can ask to join Imperial Japan, so let's do that. And let's start justifying on the Soviet Union. It's going to take us 30 days. My main strategy is hopefully connect with the Japanese lines here in Manchukuo or Manchukuo and get all of the lands we need to form Siberia, then push west. If we cut the Trans-Siberian Railway here, we should be in business. They should not be able to supply all of Siberia very well, and hopefully the Japanese will be raiding in Vladivostok. And there we go, our justification is complete. Let's not waste any time. Let's declare war on the Soviet Union. Our initial push is successful, and we've taken the supply hub next to Krasnoyarsk. We also might be able to take Irkutsk, but it looks like the Axis is gone. Yes, the Treaty of Berlin, the Soviets took 18 states, okay. So the full brunt of the Soviets, which I believe was like 470 divisions, might soon turn up on our border. Definitely gonna need to call Japan in soon because we're running out of time. Mongolia, 99% towards capitulation. And yes, there they go. Let's accept this Japanese request to join. There we go. And let's see if they help push into the Far East here for us. And yes, the Soviet horde is arriving. Look at how many divisions they're having on our border right now. Okay, good. The Japanese are starting to flood into our country. Very much needed support. They're actually even attacking into these Mongolian lands right here. Maybe we can get an encirclement. There we go. There is that encirclement. The Soviets let 13 divisions die here in Irkutsk. Let's find out. Well, not quite 13, but you know what? I think 10 divisions will do. Well, I fear us calling in Japan to fight the Soviets may have resulted in their demise in Asia. They nearly controlled all of India when I last was looking. Now they're losing in India, they're getting invaded in China, and they're losing Vietnam. Please hold it together. Bring it back, Japan. We need you. Oh, at this point, we might be cooked. The Soviets have non-aggression pact with all of the allies. The one thing that could save us is if they ended up at war with each other. I don't think it's gonna happen. Well, Japan is officially cut off from us. I don't know how it went downhill so quickly, but it really did. Well, I've just gotten an event, the fall of Tokyo, and oh boy. Japan is looking very bad. They're 93% towards capitulation. I'm not actually sure. I think we'll just capitulate too, since they're the only major in this faction. That is very unfortunate, and what a way to go out. So let's just fight on till the end. And there it is. My game is frozen. Oh, we are not dead. Only Japan is dead. We are still here. Okay, and there's 2 Chinas, one of which joined the Comintern, and one's in the Allies. And how is Manchukuo still alive? Now that we're not a part of a faction, let's make one. We'll call it the Tuvan World Order. Oh my god, if I could spell. There we go, the Tuvan World Order is on the map. This is a very dire situation. I'm retreating back to the Tuvan Donut, and we're gonna try to hold our capital and maybe wait until the Soviets go to war with the Allies, if we can hold out that long. Here's our defense officially. Let's check the casualties. We've taken 211,000 casualties. Pretty much all of those to the Soviets. How many have we inflicted? 1.6 million. Oh my goodness. Now, I don't know if or how long we can hold this, but we're just gonna give it a try. Oh, Soviets, please declare this. Please declare this. And I think that would save us. I honestly do. Okay, I've never seen this before. Our puppet has just made the Chinese United Front. I may have just cooked. Let's see if I did. I justified on Conglo Stanleyville, who's fighting the entire Allies, hoping to get just non-aggression pacts from the Allies, but then I realized they might be able to join the Comintern. And they have! Oh my god. Did I just cook? So that should hopefully put, yes, all of the Allies at war with the Soviets. Can you listen to how happy I am right now? Yes, the cause of World War III, TUVA. The Allies should hopefully win this. I mean, the Allies always have to win this, right? There's no way they lose. And they'll actually let us in the Allies. I've unfortunately disbanded the Tuvan World Order, but there we go. We are in the Allies now. The Great Tuvan Offensive is back, baby. It is so back. Maybe I should pull back to the Tuvan Donut, because Kazil has been 1 tile. Alright, I've made a mad dash to the United Hui Realm border. I've got 19 expeditionary divisions from our puppets waiting on the border to get in. Come on. There we go. Let's move in. Quick. There we go. We've made it back safely. Alright, we are once again making a push to the north. We'll see how long this lasts for. Look at how close we are. We just need control of this state here and this state down here. However, the Soviets are not going to take kindly to us. They're trying to counterattack. Our forces are running thin, and if they push us now here, we would have no defense. All of our troops are way up here north. I think we gotta just go for it. It's just Yakutsk and Chita that we have left to take. Got my mountaineers doing a organized push, as well as some guys sneaking up around Yakutsk. There's Chita. There's just one more state. Well, I think we're gonna have to pull back again because we're getting encircled and we're running out of steam. So close, but I'll be back. The Americans have made a great breakthrough here in Manchuria in the Far East. We might actually be able to meet up with our territory. So I've got our guys going back to the front line. I feel like an insane person. We've met up with the American forces. I'm so happy right now. Please save us. The Soviets actually didn't push back into a lot of the land, so I think it's just Yakutsk again that if we take, yes, we'll be able to form a Siberian state. So I've got my mountaineers back, just in the middle of nowhere. We can take these last few tiles. I'll be the happiest man on earth. There it is. We have control over Yakutsk. Let's hit the button. Oh my god. Form a Siberian state. We are now the Greater Siberian Realm. It's, of course, only August of 1949. Look at our flag. Look at our color. And there's the achievement. Siberian Tiger as TANNU forms Siberia. Siberia is unified. Let's see. Will we shoot up in manpower or factories? 13,000 manpower. That's it. Maybe there's more coming. I don't know. We can also do further integration by integrating the Far East, pushing to the Urals, liberating the Ainu, and liberating the Manchus. We can finish pushing the Soviets over here. They have no supply. There is so many Soviet divisions over here. Why did the Soviets build a multi-charge large caliber gun here in Yakutsk? What's even here to barrage? Gentlemen, the offensive is going well. We actually have Allied support, and it looks like the Soviets are on their last legs. The Allies are pushing heavily into Russia. They're already 53% towards capitulation. Just a matter of time now, and I can't believe I'm actually here. I really thought I was going to capitulate. Maybe 2 or 3 separate times I was on the verge of giving up, but we're here. One final offensive should put the nail in the coffin for the Soviet Union, The Allies are rapidly approaching Moscow, and they're already 80% towards capitulation. Let's take a quick look at the casualties. We've taken 671,000 casualties. If you remember, our starting population was, I believe, 80,000. So we've taken over 8 times our starting population in casualties in this conflict, and we've inflicted, 4.9 million. So basically 5 million Soviet casualties. People, the Soviets have capitulated, but we have 25% of the war score. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I actually did this. Peace deal over, and look at us. The Crater Siberian realm. We can also integrate the Far East, push to the Urals. Fortunately, we can't liberate the Ainu or the Manchus because we don't control all the land, and it was too expensive to take in the peace deal. And we can also unite the Turks, so let's do that as well. And we are now the Turkic Empire. Let's fast forward a few days, see what we jump up to in terms of factories and manpower. And we do have this event, Turkestan United. And there we go, we've jumped up to 69.47 thousand manpower. Oh, wow, okay. Okay, UK, remove from faction. We didn't need you. Actually, we did. Do you like our new faction name? It's very original. I thought of it myself. I will say it's very nice to actually have an industry now. It only took us 14 in-game years to get an industry. So wait, the Soviets are still alive, and they still have Soviet Romania and Soviet Iraq as puppet states. How did the Allies allow this? Well, gentlemen, and maybe ladies, I don't know if you watch my videos, we've just annexed Sinkiang. We are the Turkic Empire. We are glorious. We are no longer TANNU, but the Tuvan spirit lives on. And that is going to do it for this one. What a great 10,000 subscriber special. This could not have actually turned out better. Well, maybe it could have, but this turned out very good. Should make for a great video, and I hope you all enjoyed. If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like or subscribing. We're on to the next 10K, 20,000. That's our next goal. Will we ever reach it? I don't know. I can finally get the heck out of TANNU. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.